which of course leads over into your professional life. And I've gone through a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of downs mostly. And the biggest part that contributed to me, I think, deciding that I wanted to part ways with my major label deal is that I really wanted to be as true to myself as I possibly could in my personal life and in my professional life. And that meant making music that I felt really came from the heart and came from the right place for me. And part of what brought me to that decision was my mom was diagnosed with cancer 3.5 years ago, and she went through the chemo and the surgery and the radiation, and it was a very, very grueling surgery and a very, very dangerous surgery, and her recovery was months and months long because it was very, very difficult and very painful. And you know, as the surgeons do, they say we think we got it all, and we got everything we could find. And a year later, in one of the routine checkups, the test came back that it had come back, and this time it was not something that they could do anything about. So they told her, basically, live your life and do everything you want to do. And she was 60 years old, so to get that news at 60 was devastating to her, devastating to our whole family. And she's somebody who is my best friend and mentor and sister and mom all wrapped up in one, because, you know, we kind of grew up together. She had me when she was really young, so we were very, very close. She was my biggest cheerleader, and she was, you know, the one that had so much faith in me to go to Nashville at 18 when everybody thought we were absolutely out of our minds. Take your kid from Canada to Nashville and drop her off where she doesn't have a green card or know anybody. That was my mom. She was like, she just had that much belief in my talent and what I could do that it overrode all of her misgivings about it. And anyway, I lost my mom on Easter Sunday, this past Easter Sunday, April 4th. She fought a really hard fight, and she even decided to forego the chemo they offered her, that they said would give her 8 to 10 months if she did it. She decided she wanted more quality of life, and she decided she was going to actually cure herself with natural means and diet, nutrition, naturopathic doctors. And I've never, ever in my life seen anybody fight so hard for their life. It was the most amazing, inspirational thing to witness ever. And she taught me so much about perseverance, determination, tenacity, and she didn't want to leave her kids. And but she had to, and when she finally did leave, we spent a lot of time in the hospital with her, as you can imagine. In the last 2 weeks of her life, she was very stubborn about pain medication, so we didn't know how bad it was until it was pretty bad. So 2 weeks later, you know, she was gone, and she turned to me right before she died, and I was always trying not to break down in front of her, because she was one of those mothers that I knew worried about her kids more than anything. And knowing how close we were, she was very worried about me. And so one time I thought she was sleeping, and she wasn't. She heard me, and she heard me crying, and she turned to me and said something that only a mother really would say. In their own pain and that their own fear, you know, they still think about us first. And I'm so lucky and grateful to have had that kind of mom. And I try to look at things in that way instead of being angry that she's gone. I try to be grateful for what I had, even if it wasn't long enough. But I wrote a song from what she said to me, and I'm going to record it in December, but it's pretty new, so I'd like to sing it for you now. She packed my lunch up in a box for my first day of school. I said, I wish you could go with me today. She said, I know you'll be alright, just like I promised you. Just remember anytime you feel afraid, I want you to smile and know you're not alone. Dry those little eyes, I'll be here when you come home. I'm always in your heart, even when we are apart. It's only for a while, so I want you to smile. She packed my suitcase in a trunk when I turned 18 and drove me all the way to Tennessee. She said, I know you're gonna make it, I've got faith in you. And while we're out there chasing down your dreams, I want you to smile and know you're not alone. Dry those little eyes, I'll be there when you come home. I'm always in your heart, even when we are apart. It's only for a while, I want you to smile. She fought for 3 long years and didn't want to leave. No matter what they told her, she still believed. So she used the tools God gave her, but in the end they couldn't save her. As I sat there by her bed, watching her sleep, she must have heard a tear roll down my cheek. 'Cause that's when she said to me, I want you to smile and know you're not alone. Dry those little eyes, I'll be there when you come home. I'm always in your heart, even when we are apart. It's only for a while, it'll only be a while.